Around 242 people died from the novel coronavirus in the Chinese province of Hubei on a single day yesterday, the deadliest day since the outbreak began. There has also been a huge increase in the number of cases, with around 15,000 people diagnosed with the virus recently. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. The issue of American assistance MCC deepens within the ruling NCP. The future of the party's task team in dilemma. Lawmakers urge the government to clarify on the issue of MCC. Newly appointed Inspector General of Police Thakur Prasad Gyawali assumes office, says the Nirmala Panta rape and murder case will be investigated differently. Around 242 people die from the new coronavirus in the Chinese province of Hubei on a single day yesterday, the deadliest day since the outbreak began. And Nepal thrashes USA by 8 wickets at the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 Triangular Series. Nepal spin prodigy Sandeep Lamichhane grabs 6 wickets in the win. Let's begin with the national political updates. The issue of the American Assistance Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC has deepened within the ruling Nepal Communist Party as the task team formed to submit a report regarding the issue failed to come up with a consensus between the team members. The party leadership also could not address the request made by the task team to extend the deadline to turn in the report. The Central Committee of the ruling party decided to form a task team on 2nd of February under the coordination of senior leader Jhalanath Khanal to provide recommendations on the controversial MCC issue and ask the team to submit a report within 10 days. However, with differences among the team members, the task team failed to even draft the report by yesterday's deadline. One of the team members informed that Chairman duo Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal have not given a clear response to the request made by the team to extend the deadline. Coordinator of the task team, Jhalanath Khanal, and member Bhim Rao are against the endorsement of the bill from the parliament, whereas another member, Foreign Minister Pradeep Gyawali, is in favor of endorsing the bill. Meanwhile, according to a source, the American high officials who visited Nepal to lobby for the endorsement of MCC tried to clarify on the controversial MCC issue, but failed to do so. The task team could not come up with a consensus on whether MCC is associated with any military strategy. The leaders of the ruling Nepal Communist Party have been giving their opinions publicly, both in favor and against the MCC. Although the party's executive chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal and senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal, who were once critics of the MCC, now seem to be flexible. They could probably stretch the issue further in the ruling party, as the task team could reach consensus on the issue. A few leaders have opined that either the chairman duo or the secretariat committee now should take the responsibility to settle the issue. The lawmakers of the ruling Nepal Communist Party have urged the government to clarify on the issue of American Assistance Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC from the parliament, citing that it has drawn a lot of criticisms and conveyed negative message to the public. Speaking at the special hour of the House of Representatives yesterday, lawmaker Gajendra Mahat of the ruling party urged the government to clarify on the ongoing debate of MCC. Lawmaker Mahat said if the government further delays in taking a decision on the issue, then it would foster criticisms of the government.
व्याख्यामा के हुन्छ भने सभामा हुँदै यसको सबै पाटा पक्षहरुको वर्णन हुन्छ, यसको नेगेटिभ पाटा होला, पोजिटिभ पाटा होला, सबै चारै पाटाहरुको त्यो वर्णन हुन्छ, व्याख्या हुन्छ। तर तल अपव्याख्या भइरहेछ। त्यसको अपव्याख्या भनेको के भने नेगेटिभ मात्रै हालिरहेछ। त्यसो भएको हुनाले हामी एउटा निर्णयमा जाने बेलासम्म यो ढिला भइसक्दैछ सभामा महोदय। त्यसो भएनाले यसलाई नजरअन्दाज नगरियोस्, यसलाई एउटा बहसको विषय बनाइयोस्।
Likewise, lawmaker Binda Pandey of the main opposition Nepali Congress demanded the government to come up with a clear view on its nexus with Yeti Group. Other lawmakers of the main opposition criticized the government for the delay on rescuing the stranded Nepalese nationals in China. The next meeting of the House of Representatives is scheduled for tomorrow. Newly appointed Inspector General of Police IGP Thakur Prasad Gewali assumed office yesterday. IGP Gewali assumed office at the police headquarters in Naxal. Amidst a program held at the police headquarters, IGP Gewali was offered the Guard of Honor by the Nepal Police. Earlier, Secretary at the Ministry of Home Affairs, Maheshwar Neupane, conferred insignia on the newly appointed police chief. Upon his appointment as the police chief, IGP Gewali said the Nepal Police is capable enough of handling different issues, though there are many challenges in the organization. Speaking about the Nirmala Panta rape and murder case, IGP Gewali said that the investigation would be carried out differently. IGP Gewali accepted that there have been criticisms regarding the role of the Nepal Police while investigating some cases, and said his main challenge will be to protect the fame of the organization, and he has the responsibility to correct the weaknesses of the organization. The outbreak of novel coronavirus that started from China has created havoc globally. One person was detected with the virus in Nepal, which has already been cured. The locals of various districts are in fear as the number of common cold and fever cases have increased. Officials from Jugal Rural Municipality have urged the Health Ministry to send a medical team doubting the outbreak of the coronavirus in the area. The ministry has already sent medical teams to the area, as more than 100 cases of common cold and fever have been known so far in Gumba Basti of the rural municipality. The blood and saliva samples collected from patients will be tested in labs. The ministry, however, has informed that preliminary reports have suggested that the symptoms are of common cold and viral fever. There has been a number of cases of common cold throughout the country, including Kathmandu, Bajura and Humla, among other places. Doctors have urged the public not to panic with the seasonal diseases. The ministry has said there is nothing to fear regarding the epidemic, as coronavirus-infected people have not entered Nepal. The government has prepared to place the people in quarantine who have symptoms of common cold and fever upon their arrival from abroad. Doctors have urged to take precautionary measures instead of panicking. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. Why have private banks not shown interest in providing subsidized loans? Your options are A, being profit-oriented, B, fear of bad debt, and C, procedural hassle. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Nepal thrashed USA by 8 wickets at the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 Triangular Series yesterday. The Nepalese team set a joint world record of bowling out its opponent for the lowest total of 35 runs.
In the match played at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground in Kantipur on Wednesday, USA were put into bat first after losing the toss and were surprisingly bowled at for a world record low total of just 35 runs in 12 overs. USA lost their first wicket of Ian Holland, falling victim to Sandeep Lamichane's bowling without any runs on the board. Xavier Marshall and Monank Patel added 23 runs for the second wicket partnership. At one stage, USA's score was 23 for the loss of 1 wicket in 6 overs. USA faced a batting collapse after that and lost their last 9 wickets by adding just 12 runs. Nepalese spinners Sandeep Lamichane and Sushan Bhari were destructive in running through the USA batting lineup. Lamichane was the pick of the Nepalese bowlers, grabbing 6 wickets in his 6 overs of bowling, giving away 16 runs. Bhari also played an instrumental role in restricting USA to such a low total by claiming 4 wickets at the expense of just 5 runs in his 3-over spell. Xavier Marshall was the leading scorer for USA with 16 runs. None of the other USA batsmen were able to reach double figures. Chasing a victory target of just 36 runs, Nepal also had a shaky start, losing 2 quick wickets of skipper Gyanendra Malla and Subhash Khakurel when only 2 runs were on the board in 1.5 overs. But Paras Khadka and Dipendra Singh Airi guided Nepal to victory, adding 34 runs for the third wicket partnership. Nepal romped home in just 5.2 overs, losing 2 wickets. Paras Khadka top scored for Nepal with an unbeaten 20 off 12 balls with the help of 1 6 and 3 4s. Dipendra Singh Airi also contributed 15 runs off 11 balls, scoring 1 6 and 2 4s, and remained not out. Oman remained undefeated in the triangular series, winning all 4 matches. Meanwhile, Nepal lost 2 matches against Oman and won 2 against USA, while USA lost all the 4 matches. Oman currently leads the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 table with 16 points from 10 matches. USA is in second position of the points table with 12 points from 12 matches, while Nepal is in the 6th spot with 4 points from 4 matches.
In our Public Voice segment, yesterday we had asked the coach and players of the Nepalese cricket team how the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 Triangular Series was, which was held at the home ground for the first time. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
Batting पनि ठिकै भयो यो टुर्नामेन्टमा न फर्स्ट गेम बाहेक अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ बलरहरुले लास्ट गेम एकदमै राम्रो गरे सो ओभरअल अब एड अप गर्दै जाने किनभने 36 ओडीआई छ टोटल 2023 सम्म
धेरै राम्रो भयो अब भन्न एक्सपिरियन्स भयो कि यस्तो प्लेयरले हामीले मेबी युएसए त टपमा थियो टिम है त्यसले गर्दा हामीले चाहिँ सजिलो भयो
सिरिज एकदमै लर्निङ थियो मेरो लागि चाहिँ हैन कस्तो हुन्छ यो लेभलमा आएर खेल्ने भन्ने कुरा आउँदाखेरि 81 यस्तो कुराहरुमा एक्सेप्ट गर्न हैन आफुलाई भिजाउन चाहिँ गाह्रो हुँदो रहेछ
एकदम किनभने जुन लेभल हामी खेल्दै छौं हैन अब त्यसमा टप मोस्ट प्लेयरहरु छ अब त्यसको लागि पनि अब जुन हाम्रो ब्याटिङ भइराछ इम्प्रुभमेन्ट गर्नै पर्छ भनौं अब यसो ब्याटिङ कन्सल्टेन्ट ल्याएर हुन्छ
The last round of matches of the Martyrs Memorial A Division League has started from today. A total of 3 matches will be played today. The first match between Nepal Police Club and Friends Club just started a few minutes ago at the Anfa complex in Saddabato, Lalitpur. Nepal Police Club is currently in the 6th position of the league table with 17 points from 12 matches. Meanwhile, Friends Club is in the 10th spot with 14 points from the same number of matches played. In today's second match, Brigade Boys Club will face Armed Police Force APF. Brigade Boys is in the 12th spot of the points table, while APF is in the 13th position. In today's last match, Sankata Club will play against Saraswati Youth Club. Sankata is in the 9th position of the league table, while Saraswati Youth Club is at the bottom and has faced relegation after losing its last match. Tribhuvan Army Club currently leads the points table with 29 points, while Machindra Club is close behind in the 2nd spot with 28 points. Likewise, Manang Marshangdi Club is in the 3rd position with 25 points. Meanwhile, in yesterday's match, Jalakil Youth Club and Himalayan Sherpa Club settled for a 3-all draw. And it's time now for our special segment, Glorious History.
On 12th of February 2002, former Yugoslav President Slobodan Milosevic went on trial at The Hague, Netherlands, on charges of genocide and war crimes in Bosnia, Croatia and Kosovo. Milosevic served as his own attorney for much of the prolonged trial, which ended without a verdict when the so-called Butcher of the Balkans was found dead at the age of 64 from an apparent heart attack in his prison cell on 11th of March 2006. Milosevic, born on 20th of August 1941, joined the Communist Party at the age of 18 and became president of Serbia in 1989. On 25th of June 1991, Croatia and Slovenia declared their independence from Yugoslavia, and Milosevic sent tanks to the Slovenian border, sparking a brief war that ended in Slovenia's separation. In March 1992, Bosnia-Herzegovina declared its independence, and Milosevic funded the subsequent Bosnian Serb rebellion, starting a war that killed an estimated 200,000 people before a US-brokered peace agreement. On 11th of February 1990, anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, philanthropist, and former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, was released from a South African prison after serving 27 years amid a struggle to the country's discriminatory apartheid policy. His release on 11th of February 1990 would mark a new beginning for the country and the slow end for the segregationist system imposed by the white minority government. Mandela had joined the African National Congress, a black political organization, in the 1940s and eventually created the group's armed wing after the 1960 massacre of peaceful black protesters. Mandela's international fame had emerged during his incarceration in the 1980s, when he became the world's most famous prisoner and a symbol of the anti-apartheid cause, and an icon for millions who embraced the ideal of human equality.
That's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.